This is Paranormal Short Session 1 by Keith Evans at the Chestnut Street Cemetery in Apalachicola, Florida. Today is Wednesday, the 8th of January, 2024. Today I'll be using my Flare C5 thermal camera to try to detect if there's any underground caverns, rooms, caves, or tunnels. Hopefully I'll see some warm air coming up. The way this looks here, this opening is cold, so it might go to a very small space. Well, it says I'm low on battery. Isn't that the luck? Well, I'll have to press OK and continue on. We'll go with it until it runs out. In cold weather, it seems like I always have problems with low batteries, and I swear I charged it before I came here, so it shouldn't be low. I haven't used it that much. Then again, with the cold weather, I guess batteries are taxed by the cold weather, and being in Florida, most batteries here aren't used to the cold weather, so it may not be paranormal at all. Anyway, I hope everyone at home will enjoy this paranormal short session, but this looks like a dead end here. So I'm going to go ahead and walk around and show you what I can see. I'm going to try to stay in the shade because you'll be able to see better photos that way. All right, you can see this area here. I don't see any warm air rising up. That would denote no tunnels or caves where there would be warmer ground air coming up. You'd see it coming up like a moving stream. The real lighter areas, well, yellow type areas, that's the sunlight hitting the ground. Last night it got down to 31 degrees here in Florida, and anyway, I'll show you what I just did a 360 of. Just did a 360 of this area here. That's where we started out, where the little hole in the ground is. I'll do a 360 back to where I started. So I didn't see anything that looked like it would be a tunnel or cave underneath of that area. We're going to go as long as our C5 camera can last. When the battery goes out, then we'll switch over to the Obelisk 5B. I don't know how long 3 or 4% will last, but I got to stay in the shade so you can see the picture at home. If I get out in the sun, you're not going to be able to see it. So you see where they cut down this tree here. I don't see anything that would look like warm air rising up from the ground. I guess right now it's in the mid-40s. So if there was anything warm underneath the ground, that would be about 68 degrees or 65 degrees, you'd notice it on a day like today, especially if it had any type of flow. If it didn't have any type of flow, then, you know, it could be there and you still won't detect it if there's no opening for the exchange to take place. It's got to be a pretty good opening with some type of current flow. So let me show you where the 360 that I did here. I did like this area here. There's a tree that I just showed you that was cut down. Anyway, sometimes these flares can fool you. When the battery's on and it's getting some warmth from the sun, it might last longer than what I thought it would last. But I'm going to go with it. And when I stop with the flare, since I only have 2 hands, then I'll use the Obelisk 5. And I'll just simply, so the ghosts and spirits are prepared for my question, I always ask, hi, my name is Keith Evans, what is your name? And I also asked them today if they know of any hidden underground cave or tunnel below the Chestnut Street Cemetery. And it's one of those things where I'm honest with the ghosts and spirits, let them know that I'm going to be putting this on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. So if they don't want to be involved, they don't have to materialize or choose any words from my Obelisk 5B. In this case, the thermal image will pick up a ghost or spirit if they are warmer than the outside temperature, ambient temperature, or if they're colder than the outside ambient temperature. So if they're none of that, I won't see them anyway. If they are, they can just leave the area if they don't want to be a part of my paranormal short sessions. Promos are definitely on Facebook and Instagram. And the actual full length of the paranormal short session will only be on YouTube. Promos will be on YouTube also. And I'm cutting back. I'm not going to put so many pictures and videos on YouTube or Facebook because, it just doesn't, it's not worth my time when not enough people are observing. So there'll be some, but not a lot. And it gives me time to do other things. If I spend all day, since I live out in the middle of no place, the internet there is very slow. So to put the number of pictures I've been putting up on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, it usually takes me about 2 or 3 hours. This way, if I shorten it, I don't spend so much time and trying to advertise my book and my YouTube channel and my paranormal research. I spend more time actually doing paranormal research. Tree was cut down here. You can see that. Tombstones are colder than the ground. All right. So I just let the ghosts and spirits know they don't have to be a part of this if they don't want to. If they don't feel comfortable with it, just don't choose a word from the Obelisk 5 and don't materialize so my visible light camera can see you. And don't show yourselves as being very hot or very cold so my Flare C5 camera can't see you. But if you don't mind, here I am and more than happy to see you, whether it be with my visible light camera or my thermal Flare C5 thermal camera. But I don't see any areas where warm air would be rising up like a continuous flow. Nothing like that. I'm out in the sunlight, so since trying to show you, it'll be all blurry. It's too much sun here. Let me go over this way. Let's see if you can see that too much sun. Let me get in the shade, see if you can see it. Got to be in the shade with the sun at my back. That's very hard to do in this position. See if I do a little bit here. All right, back out in the sun. Very hard for people at home to see it when I'm in the sun. Let's go over here and look in this area. See the traces of warm air coming up from the ground at all. Those poor brick walls, seen better days. Maybe they'll be able to take the brick and repair that. Yeah, let's see what we can get here. I'm getting some. Tombstones always hold in the cold longer than the ground. The ground heats up pretty fast when you see spots of the ground that are lighter. They warm up when the sun touches them. You see the little tombstone is much colder than the tree beside it. I figured if there would be a cave, it would probably be next to, if not right on, a tombstone where someone is buried. And then that would hide the entrance. Whether there actually be someone really buried there, or whether that person is double buried next to one of their neighbors and it just appears that they're buried and it might be a tunnel opening. That's the best way to hide a tunnel, is have nobody know that it's there. Think that it's something else, like where a person is buried. So that's why I try to thoroughly look through the different areas, the plots and all, to see if there is any type of warm air coming up. Would give us an indication of where a cave was or is, or a tunnel, or any space that has warmer air that's not been affected by the last night's 31 degrees. All right, you see where I'm going to be looking now. I'm in pretty much all shade with the camera and with the C5. It gives you the best photos for the people at home. And me looking through a camera screen of a C5, I'm actually looking for two screens. This screen and the screen of the C5, Flare C5 thermal camera. Yeah, nothing here. No warm areas rising up from the ground. All right, let's go over here and look. Now I figure if you're going to build a cave, you're going to build it in the higher area. You're not going to build it in the lower area down that way, or the lower area right over that knoll there, because it'll flood out. The higher area is less likely to flood out if for some reason there's a hurricane and your water level gets higher. I'll do a 360 here to show you the area here. Okay, and this is my 360. I'll show you really quick what I viewed. All right, I'm going to switch over to the Obelisk 5B. So far, I covered a small fraction of the Chestnut Street Cemetery today, and I haven't found anything that looks like it's warm air coming up from an underground, maybe root cellar or underground cave or tunnel. All right, I'm going to turn the Flare C5 off. The Flare C5 thermal camera is really nice to have. I enjoy it. Again, if you see anything cold that's unexplained, that could be, from a ghost or spirit that's taking energy from the environment and appearing to be cooler than the environment. And also, if you see anything that is warmer than it should be, that could be something else going on. Sometimes ghosts and spirits, their electromagnetic energy, if there's a bunch of them in one area, like a whole stadium of ghosts and spirits, that small point of area might actually be warmer than the ambient temperature. So that's my theory. All right, this is the Obelisk 5B, one that's going up and down. I purchased this one from Digital Dowsing. Again, my name is Keith Evans. What is your name? And do you know of any underground room, tunnel, or cave that exists below the Chestnut Street Cemetery? Thank you. Hit the ABC at the top left corner. Hi, my name is Keith Evans. What is your name?
Continue.
Yes, I'm going to continue with my paranormal research. Do you know of any underground cave or tunnel that has been blocked off from the top that exists underneath of the Chestnut Street Cemetery? I don't know if he's saying the cave or tunnel is continued or what. Or whether he just wanted me to continue. Catch. CATCH. Are you saying that I might have catched evidence of a underground tunnel from the warmer air coming up from the ground? I'd have to go back and look. Possibly it happened and I just didn't pay attention or didn't see it. I want everyone at home to pay close attention to see if you see something that looks like warm air coming up from the ground. That could be an underground a room, tunnel, or cave that exists underneath the Chestnut Street Cemetery. Well, it is cold out here. It is a little bit windy. I'm going to place this entire Paranormal Short Session 1 by Keith Evans at the Chestnut Street Cemetery in Apalachicola, Florida, on my YouTube channel, which is called Paranormal Short Sessions by Keith Evans. It's free to subscribe. Hope everyone will check out my new book, Vampires Dead or Alive. Paperback online where good books are sold, especially Amazon. And ebook is sold at Kindle. And just 2 words today. All right, I appreciate the Ghosts and Spirits for helping me out with this. We got another one. Minnie, M-I-N-I. Well, I guess it is kind of short today because I'm cold. Sorry, Ghosts and Spirits. And I'd like to thank everyone at home that watches my posts and videos that I put on Facebook and Instagram, and also those who subscribe and watch my YouTube channel called Paranormal Short Sessions by Keith Evans. All right, this has been Paranormal Short Session 1 by Keith Evans at the Chestnut Street Cemetery. Each year, the first Paranormal Short Session at a place that I've actually done the past year will start back at Paranormal Short Session 1.
Lisa?
Hey, Lisa. My name is Keith Evans. Nice to meet you, Lisa. Well, I got a name. Thank you, Lisa, for talking to me. And do you know of any underground caves or tunnels that might exist here underneath the Chestnut Street Cemetery? So far, no response. Anyway, I appreciate everyone from the bottom of my heart for all your support that you give me. And I'm going to be cutting back. I'm going to be spending more time doing paranormal research and less time staying at home putting on probably repetitious photos and videos that if you watch me regularly and you've seen it once that week, you don't need to see it 7 times each day of that week. So, and it gets tiresome for me. I live out in the country, and the internet is very slow, and it takes me 2 to 3 hours to put what I've been putting up onto YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And I'd rather spend that 2 or 3 hours maybe out here doing paranormal research, getting you all something good to watch, even if you watch it less times a week. All right, thank you, everyone, and have a good day. And if you're someplace where it's cold, stay warm and stay safe. Bye-bye.